Okay, so we put the pasta in. We have to remember that you have to salt the water before you put the pasta in. So there's a reasonable amount of salt in here. And we're feeding the dog too in the process, so don't mind that. So we've got bubbling here. And again, we've seen kind of like the float to the top of some of that fat. What I'm going to do now is try to skim it off. And this is just something that, you know, takes practice doing. It's not hard, but it's just something that you need to kind of, you know, it's common sense really. You're just going to dip the paper towel in to try and soak up some of that oil. It's not ideal, but it's, you know, it's going to help get some of that fat out of there. Because at this point we don't want to lose any of the flavor, but we got to get rid of some of that fat. Ow, that burned. Okay, much better. Our meat is done. Okay, so we've done that. It's great that you have a non-stick pan. That's just awesome.
I wish you could smell this.
We don't have smell-o-vision.
No, it's another emerald coat, isn't it?
And an emerald coat. Okay, I have 2 ounces of goat cheese that we're going to break up and add in here.
Because goat cheese is delicious.
Because goat cheese is amazing. Amazing. It's a family favorite here.
What is hanging from your ceiling fan? Why?
So we've got about 2 ounces of goat cheese that we just added. And then we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And we're doing that basically just to get a little bit sauciness out of it without the fat part, like from the grease. So we're adding about a 1/4 to 1/2 cup of heavy cream. You can skip this part. Don't have to do it. And we're just going to let it all kind of melt. And this is just a soft, you know, moving it around gently. Getting all that goat cheese melted.
If you wanted, could you use like other kinds of soft cheeses?
Yeah. I mean, with the lamb, you got to be careful because lamb is a very strong flavored meat. You could use mascarpone is like a flavorless kind of cheese. It's like an Italian style. I don't want to call it a cream cheese, but you could use that. You could, if you wanted to, use feta, but feta's kind of a strong taste. But if you're really going for that Greek thing, you could use the feta too. So you get that all mixed in. I know it really doesn't look pretty.
It looks beautiful. What are you talking
You think
about?
it looks beautiful? Well, I don't think it doesn't look very pretty, but everything's melted, mixed in, cooked. And just got to get all that goat cheese mixed in. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of the pasta water and loosen this a little bit. That's another trick, by the way. When your sauce is a little too thick, especially if you're making a pasta, the water that's in the pasta pot has starch in it because the starch comes off the pasta. It'll thin the sauce without making it soupy. Does that make sense? So what you do is you just take like a ladle full of the water and you mix that in.
Tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade. This will loosen it up.
I can see you've lowered the heat substantially there.
Yeah, we're on low now. Sorry about that. I forgot to mention. And that's just much better now.
Wait, did you lower the heat after you added the...
Yeah, because it was all cooked and we're just trying to...
After you added what, though?
Well, when I took the lid off, we lowered the lid when I was taking out some of that fat. Then we just kept it low when we added the cheese and the heavy cream. Keep in mind, this is low, but this is on a power burner. So on a regular burner, it will probably be medium. Medium low, somewhere in between. At this stage, you really don't want it going crazy, boiling over. You just want it, you know, hot and kind of just getting a bubble here or there. Adding a little bit more water. Okay. So this pasta is almost cooked. This is the, like I said earlier, this is the carb-friendly penne. And let's see. Another minute. This is looking perfect. You notice how I never taste it. I don't think I've tasted it once. I just don't. I don't know why. I just don't taste it until it's done. Some people taste as they cook, and that's not a bad idea. So you'll know if you need more salt or whatever, but I know how much quantities of things and what they taste like, so I tend to not have to taste it. But you can taste it as you go along. Would you like to taste it, Nick?
I would love to taste it, yes.
Okay, hold on, let's see.
Are you actually letting me taste it? Yay.
Don't get my face.
Oh my god, that's so good.
It's good?
It's delicious. I love this stuff.
Okay, there we go.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's so good? Oh, good.
Yeah.
You don't think it needs salt?
No, I think it's perfect, actually.
Perfect the way it is, so there you have it.
Do you think it needs salt? I don't think it needs
I
salt.
don't think so. It's got that little kick in the back.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to drain the pasta. Facial. Whoops. A couple of escapees. And we put the pasta back in the pot. Back to the stove. The lid off of this. This is bubbling again. We move the pasta over to that line. And we very carefully pour it into the pot. And then I have my dishwasher later who will take care of that stuff. And then we, ow, son of a gun, it splashed me. We just stir it. You could twice bake this, you know what I mean? You could then turn around and put this in the oven. Ow, it's burning me. And that's it. We're gonna sprinkle some grated cheese on it and we've got dinner. Hope you guys like it. Give it a try. Thanks.